July 22nd, 2025.
Second.
Thank you. We have a second. Barbara, would you call the roll, please?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kyle Marks,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes. Thank you. Next, we have the financial statement, July 2025. Do I hear a motion for approval of those financial statements?
Make a motion to approve on it.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Will you call the roll for the vote, please?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kyle Marks,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes. Thank you. Next, under general, we have North Main Street paving. Joe Moore with Half Engineering. One of these days will be a full engineering, right? That joke is already too old. Do we first vote on the motion, or do we? Joe, you were going to give us an overview.
Yes, sir. I can give you an update. All the information I'm about to go over is in your calendar. But on Wednesday, July 30th, we opened bids for the North Main Paving Systems project. There were 3 bidders that submitted on that. Shield Associates, Burkhalter Technology, Redstone Construction Group. Redstone Construction Group was the low bidder with a total bid of $777,136.00. Redstone has done work like this in the past. We feel that they're a responsible bidder on the project, and so we're here tonight to ask, request that council approve that low bid received from Redstone. If y'all have any questions on anything, go ahead.
And their bid came in, as you can see, $777,136,000. I talked to one of the owners. We were trying to set up a staging area out on Main Street, so we're still working on that. Is that right, Jimmy?
Yeah, we bombed out on that one.
Really? Okay.
So now I put him in touch. And Philip, they're
Okay.
working out the details on this.
We had 2 different staging areas, one with RDOT, and there was some complications in that. But we're gonna try to work with them so that they can have their equipment there closer. And, once they start, it should, we're hoping that things will go as smooth as possible.
I'm just confused, is the city not owning that lot there at Miller Street in North Main?
No,
Is that not the city's lot?
no.
Turn that back over to the.
Some time ago, that was before my time, it is owned by the, PCW.
Oh, they fixed that whole lot.
That's right, when they put their switching stations in.
They already let anybody.
From Felix,
Well-
Felix Hall.
Well, where we're talking about is further down, actually, the people that built the overpass, is where we're trying to get that on to allow us to let Redstone, use that as a staging unit. But if that doesn't work out, I'll call PCW and see if we can use that.
I know that's on the very south end of the
I know,
project, but
but it's better than.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is another option, but we're working with them as far as that goes. Joe, when did they say that they would be able to start, or tentatively?
So it's my understanding they're eager to get started. Right after the bid, they said, "Okay, when does this go?" And I said,
Right.
"Hold on, we've got to go to council." Typically, what it takes is about 4 weeks from the time they'll approve that. So if you approve it tonight, we'll send them contracts. They'll get bonded, all their insurance and contracts in line, get signatures on that. Then we'll turn the contracts around to the city to sign. In the meantime, we'll have a pre-construction meeting so that we can talk about nuances like what we're talking tonight, staging areas, city's expectations, things to be paying attention to in the plans. And so it takes about 4 weeks.
On those contracts, is the mayor listed as an automatic signatory authority on those contracts? Do we have to come back to the council?
Yes, sir. So if you approve tonight, it doesn't come back to council. I
If
believe
it's
it's the
approved
mayor.
tonight.
Sure.
Right. Normally, there's a testee on like a notary on
Is there any kind of warranty on the work?
Yes, sir, 1-year warranty is included in the contract,
Potholes, sides falling off, things like that?
just anything like that. Because we'll do at the end of construction, we'll do a walkthrough, create a punch list, and do any kind of things. They'll correct those immediately, and then there's a 1-year warranty following that they'll have to provide before you close the project out, pay them the retainage.
Good.
Now, how does the payment schedule work? Is it paid during the process of them overlaying, or is it all on the very end?
During, so monthly, towards the end of the month, the contractor will submit payment for the items that he's installed to date. The contract is a per item installed, so if you see the bid tab.
Right, as far as the spreadsheet that we saw?
Yes, it's got each item, its unit, so some items are by the linear foot, some are by the square yard or the ton of quantities they install. So they'll submit a pay request each month as they progress through the project, and then a retainage is withheld from that amount so that the city holds. I'd have to check this contract, it's either 5 or 10% typically. You'll hold that 5 or 10% through construction to make sure that's kind of it's standard of all municipal contracts, but that the contractor will finish the work and you'll get the punch list items corrected. And then when all that documentation is completed at the end of the project, you'll issue that retainage payment.
And at the pre-construction meeting, this month, we'll actually finalize the inspections, the frequency of inspections, and how it's going to be documented.
Yes, sir, we can discuss that. So y'all approved our contract back in the spring and did include a phase for site representation. And so we'll have someone out on site. I think we had a part-time, so they won't be out there 8 hours a day. But to your point, there'll be times where it's more critical to be out there, and then there are other days where there's not a lot going on and they won't be. We'll invoice for y'all for that time on an hourly basis. And then we keep a daily log of activities observed when we are out, and we'll get document photos as the mayor requested that.
One of the things we talked about, and I want to say this so it's official, with that documentation, we want photos,
Yes, sir.
and we want them in a timely manner.
Yes, sir. That's not a problem. We'll make sure that happens.
Jimmy's going to be, out there quite a bit, but we're expecting, to get what we're paying for as far as the inspections.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I only have one question. I know your suggestion to go with the low bidder was such a close, and I know they were all bidding apples to apples with the proposal that was sent, but at Redstone, we believe the more capable company than Berghalter, with that bid being so close, and work with both. Are their credentials equal? Is it?
I believe they both have the ability to perform this project. I think that Redstone's more qualified. They've done acceptable work through our firm in the past. And so I wouldn't see any reason to move on to the second. And I use choice words there to maintain it.
Sure, absolutely. No, I just wouldn't be so close if there was one, this is the low bidder, but this one's something, we've been in that predicament before.
Well, it should have been bid to the
No, this
specifications
one,
that
it
we,
was apples to apples
Yeah.
bid, so there shouldn't be any, if one company could get it done in 6 weeks and one could get it done in 2 weeks, I'm just throwing numbers out here then.
yeah, what is the time frame on the?
Make me a liar, but I believe it was 60 days. It may have been 90. I'd have to check that contract.
Well, I know from talking with the owner, as soon as everything is official, they're planning on bringing their equipment in and getting started as quickly as possible before the fall weather comes in. So that they
Yes.
know they're under the gun once they start.
Is it possible monthly when they send us their bill to also send us like a status? Like what percentage, like, I don't know if they would use like a RAG status, red, amber, green, whatever, for where they're at. If they expect to take 5 months and they're at 4 months and they're only 40% of the way through, obviously they're in red. You need a, remediation plan. Is it possible to get that so that we know each month what percentage of the project they're actually done with and how much longer it'll take?
Yes, sir. That's a very reasonable ask.
Okay.
Most contractors typically provide that. It's also pretty easy for us to gut check because
Yeah.
the items are by, the pay items are by items installed. And so
And
you
that,
can-
that would be fine too. And it wouldn't have to be like, 87.48% or nothing like that, just so that we know, if it's a 6-month project, where we stand. Is it gonna get done in 4 months or 6 months, 8 months? Just so folks that are asking us too, how much longer is Main Street gonna be? We can give them a good answer.
This is just a question, I guess, with the accountability piece on that. Whenever they have a contract, obviously there'll be a timeline with the contract, and I know there's weather contingencies and things in that, because sort of construction can't be done in adverse weather, but if that contract, will it be built in discounts or penalties for going beyond those contract dates? Is that standard? Is that?
There is an amount, liquidated damages per calendar day that exceed the contract duration. So that's the city's way of, they're.
Oh, they've never counted for the timeline, yeah.
We do reasonably, weather days are always an issue, and something that people forget is you'll see it rain one day, and then the next day it's not raining. So sometimes, based on what the contractor is doing, they may not be working that next day, and folks or your citizens may get frustrated at that. But lots of times in construction, there's a reason. Maybe the creek that they're building the culvert extension on is still flowing a lot of water, and they just can't work on that
Well,
day.
let's be fair, we want it done right, not.
Right. We'll let the engineers do their job. They know if they can build or do construction that day better than 98% of the people who live in this town, better than myself. I don't know anything about it, so I'll rely on it.
Contingency, if
Yeah,
they start on it and pull off for a $5 million project, you know what I mean, and then
Yeah.
leave it sit for 4 months, and if there's no accountability, if there's,
Yeah.
no, those liquidated damages you're talking about, if there's nothing to hold them accountable, but I just. What's
good
contract
point.
coming to that
Yeah.
bond come into play?
Mhm.
Well, again, but it needs to be stated in the contract too, where we've got.
It is, and when there is a bond, that's one of the things that takes a little bit of time to get. Why we don't start construction next week is they'll have to go out and have a bond. What that does, it's like your insurance.
Yep.
If they disappear, the bonding company's required to bring another contractor to finish the job, so that you get your insurance to your taxpayers. We do document rain days as well, so if 1 month they've got a reasonable amount of weather, we ask them to submit, an explanation of, hey, we were rained out, 10 days this month, and so that when we look at the contract duration, we can make an evaluation of that and submit a request for extension of time if it's reasonable.
And that's why the owner I was speaking to, they want to get started as quickly as possible to try to
Meet the weather.
beat the weather.
So will we need a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the amount, approve the amount to award the contract to Redstone Construction, in that amount of $777,136.60.
A second.
We have a motion, we have a roll call.
Yes. What would you call the roll for vote?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kyle Marks,
Yes.
James Snyder,
yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you all.
One last question, Jimmy. All the trees and everything that you were responsible for before Redstone starts, that's been completed, is that correct? I'm sorry?
The guys that cut the big tree.
Yeah.
They hadn't got on it yet. Their grapple broke or something, and it caused a delay in it, but hopefully they'll get it started on it this week and get it done.
Okay, we don't want, we keep in touch with Jake and Jeff on that, because we don't want that to delay Redstone.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
won't.
So let's stay on top of that. I know they're trying to get that corrected as soon as possible, but we don't want that to drag on and delay Redstone.
Well, I gotta back up if that,
Yeah.
something happens, they can't.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
Joe.
thank you so much, Joe.
Have a good evening.
All right, moving on down, resolution 2025-29 cleanup, number 13 Paradise Circle.
Make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-29.
All right,
Second.
we've got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second?
I mean, these are kind of the same thing every time. We know Chris is thorough. We know he does his business. I
We
mean,
discussed this particular situation in the workshop.
That's right.
If you
Yeah.
want to give a synopsis of the property, that, in discussion, we can do that. But
If y'all want to run down again, I can. I mean, basically, the gentleman's incarcerated. He's not coming out anytime soon. We're just trying to bring the property up to minimum code, grow and see the sold. We should have a warning or vacant at least this year. And we'll evaluate next year.
Okay,
let's do it.
before we vote, we've got to read the title of the resolution 2025-29.
Resolution 2025-29, resolution ordering the cleanup and repair of property located on 13 Paradise Circle, and declaring the intent of the city to bring the property up to city code or demolish it if the owner does not.
Thank you.
My motion is suspended.
Second.
Barbara, will you call the roll for a vote, please?
Mark Hickman,
yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Karl Marx,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, moving to the next, resolution 2025-30, bonuses for street department employees.
Resolution 2025-30, resolution appropriating funds for a one-time employee bonuses in the street department.
All right, we have a motion,
Second.
second. Barbara, will you call the roll for a vote, please?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Karl Marx,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
Thank you. Next is resolution 2025-31, connect to Conway Sewer System.
Resolution 2025-31, a resolution expressing the intent of the city to construct sewer system improvements to connect to the Conway Corporation system. As there exists a longer contract that Breckenridge is working on with the Conway Corp. So this is just a resolution to go along with that. The short version is that we're committing through that contract to.
The intent.
To make this, but they just need this as a preliminary. I don't have that, and he's not here to talk about, it may not have read it.
It's long.
The full 20-page. But they just need this to be, just move forward with that.
All right, do I have a motion?
This was the, we've talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
haven't we?
Yes.
This was the plan to,
Build a pipeline to, Conway Corp.
Yeah.
On the west side.
yeah. I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-31.
Second.
Thank you. Barbara, will you call the roll for vote, please?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
No.
Karl Marx,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Next is resolution 2025-32, fire department improvements.
Resolution 2025-32, a resolution appropriating funds for fire department improvements. This is the one that was discussed by email.
And we also discussed it at the workshop.
I'll make a
Had obtained some bids from Barnett Drywall. Now since then,
Electrical.
I was asked to include some other improvements here, for 600 for electrical, 2,000 for AC heat. So the total of the, I'll pass off to Ashton, but I have total being 7,400 on this draft.
This is just finishing out the project. The number one's been funding this whole time. This is our last pieces of the project, and we're almost done. So
We still have plenty of funds. I mean, this is only like,
we're in revenue. We started getting all of our revenue for the year as well.
I think this is only like, what, $1,700 more than what we had originally discussed. So, I mean, get it done.
Along with that, and I also think we need to look at proclamation thanking Lumber One
Oh,
for material
absolutely.
they donated.
100%, yeah.
Yes,
In the future.
So I was actually gonna bring that up at our workshop in September, preparing a proclamation to Lumber One and Adam Wells, because they fully funded this project
Yeah.
all the way, so.
Yeah,
they've been
absolutely.
outstanding, outstanding. They've helped us tremendously along with us.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-32.
Second.
Thank you. Call the roll, so we go vote.
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kyle Marks,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Dustin, did we want to go ahead and hit the next part? While
You can talk about that. yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead. Friday evening, we had a department out of Pike County, the New Hope Fire Department, reached out to us, wanting to purchase that rescue y'all approved us to list here a few months ago. Well, they've showed, interest in it. They're looking to come, I believe it's next Saturday, not this Saturday because of the holiday, but the following. And they're wanting, if they're coming to look at it, they're leaving with it, because it's a little over 2.5 hour drive for them. But y'all had approved it just a few months ago, just wanted to
Did
talk to
we,
y'all about
did
this.
we agree on a sales
We
price?
did, it was 30,000. That's my
30,000.
question. Can we make a preliminary?
It was pending inspection is what I talked to.
The auditors will want us to do a resolution, but I think we're happy.
I just wanted to kind of give everybody a heads up. It was Friday evening, they sent me a message about it, and we went back and forth, so.
How serious
That's
do you
great.
think this is?
They'll be here next week, and they're gonna be bringing a check with them, so.
Okay.
But it's clear from our prior discussions that 30,000 is our bottom line price.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yep. Pay for the renovations 4 times
They'll
over.
make that clear to them, they don't, they can't.
There's no
Yeah,
half
exactly.
In the parking lot, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wanted to bring that up to y'all.
That's fantastic news. That's 30
I
grand.
know we won't meet for a few weeks, so I just want to go ahead and kind of get that out.
If, suppose they did, they walk away, then we could come back, but you could not.
You can't negotiate at this price, right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chief. All right, next is ordinance 2025-10, conditional use for private alcohol sales.
Two questions. First is to suspend the reading 3 times, which I would encourage y'all to do. Everybody seems to be agreeing with this, and then I talk more about it. This one does not have the emergency clause. So if it were to be passed, then it would not take effect for 90 days.
It's,
So,
I don't understand, personal opinion. I think 3 readings would give the public time to provide input on this particular thing, and there's not as far as I know, there's not an emergent need for this to be passed this month.
The difference there would be, it would be the 3 readings plus another 90 days. Unless we put the emergency clause in. So you'd be looking at 180 days before it took effect.
I think 6 months is a little excessive.
I mean, the emergency clause can be put in. One man's opinion, I
Yeah.
don't think it's worth rushing this and suspending rules myself.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a couple readings, but I think 120, 128, or 180 days, I think that's just excessive. And if there's potential builders out there who are wanting to do this, if we do 6 months, it's probably gonna put them off.
I disagree with you, Mr. Snyder. This community's been here 97 years. The decision of this magnitude don't need to be rushed. You and I are first-term councilman and first-term mayor, and we're making a big change. We need all the consideration from the community that we can, input that we can get. Matter of fact, if it were up to me, it would be on the ballot. We would go to the polls and vote.
That's why I'm not voting on it tonight unless someone, the suspending the rules and all that. That's up to the council.
It's been said to explain the ordinance for people. why
Please,
we don't.
please.
Right.
What this is just amending your zoning code to allow the possibility that somebody could come with a private club restaurant, as part of, to is authorized to sell alcohol in the C 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 zones, any of those commercial zones. I explained to the mayor, it's like you're building a locked door on the edge of town. The door it's not wide open, it's a door that has a key. So if a restaurant would come in, you still need to know who, what, when, where, and why of what this application is. Then have that discussion based on what it is, what their application is. You're just giving them a vehicle for that to be possibly approved. Not to say you're gonna approve everyone, or not to say you're gonna approve none. It's just, you're creating a new category of zoning approval.
Yeah, I'm definitely think that we need time for community input. We can even have a town hall on it. I think 6 months is excessive. I think that we'll put people off, we'll put businesses off if we go 6 months.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
What if we annexed in up above Taylor Banks? Would they lose their license?
No.
No.
Big grandfather.
I don't, I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay.
Yeah, no, if we annex somebody who already had the license to serve, they would keep that license.
Okay.
Yeah. We wouldn't want to be putting any businesses out.
Traditionally, our habit has been to waive 3 readings and do an emergency clause. So what you're really doing is taking 2 shortcuts at the same time. An ordinance conventionally would take 3 readings. It's 90 days of our meetings to pass. Then on top of that, if you did not have the emergency clause, it wouldn't take effect for another. So that's what we're getting, 6 months.
Could
When we say
be,
90 days, it's essentially 60 days to the time frame for our next 2 meetings to get it.
This meeting plus 60 more, yeah, that's fair.
and that would be fine. I mean, 60 days?
That's why I'm not making the pushing to suspend the rules.
Yep.
I'm all for letting it go forward for a reading,
Yeah.
giving the public time for input and moving from there, in October's meeting.
Yeah.
To think about.
I think 60 days is good. It allows anybody who is actually interested in being heard can make their voice heard in 60 days. If they don't make their voice heard in 60 days, they were not paying attention to anything that was going on. I mean, 2 months in a town this size for an issue this large. I mean, if they don't pay attention for 60 days, then they weren't interested.
Now,
That's
keep
just
in mind,
the way it
we
is.
need to state this, I believe. This does not give a restaurant an automatic that we're going to approve.
Right.
I
We
want to
would
make sure.
approve them one off.
This is just, say, if you wanted to come in and you have a real nice restaurant, you can come to the planning commission, go through that, then come to the council for our vote or your vote as to going forward.
And to be clear, these will not be bars. They'll be restaurants that serve like a Logan's or
The council,
Outback.
the council would pick and choose what they want. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm with you. You know, we thing I passed the other night for this new restaurant coming in. You know, the crazy thing is that some of the people who would vote for against it you'll see them downtown in a restaurant in Conway drinking alcohol. Okay. Are we saying that if like there's a Red Lobster or somebody wanted to come in here and put a nice restaurant because they serve some alcohol, we want to do that. I just feel like that's the whole purpose of this is to kind of, we're not trying to have a beer joint thing. We're not trying to have a beer joint. We're not trying to do any of that. But if a restaurant is here, wants to come in and they serve a very good establishment, which we will determine at that time. I think that's the important part, which we will determine at that time. Why are we doing this?
It's not a blank check.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this right now? This is just trying to make an argument about something that really don't need to be. Because when it comes time that it's really meaningful, that's when I would want all the public's opinion and everybody else to say, hey, this is the option here.
When you have all
look
the
at a
facts.
town that I'm very familiar with, right? They've set themselves back.
I would question,
Then at the end of the day, they did adopt it, and the town's grown, it's not like nothing ever happened, so it's not like we've got a bigger going on, it's, you know, that's just my thing.
I would like to ask the questions that he might,
One second.
I think we've wasted way too much time talking about this already. If someone wants to make a motion to suspend the rules, we can vote on that motion. Otherwise, we need to read the ordinance on first reading and go from there.
Okay.
I think we should suspend it and talk about it more, but it's up to you guys.
Anyone make a motion?
Did we not just, I mean,
Do
Colonel, I don't have a problem with that, but I mean, we did talk about this in the workshop that we had, and nobody really brought it up very much.
We've talked about this several times in workshops, so, I mean, you can sit and talk about things
And I
until.
don't have a problem with it, I mean, if that's what you wanna do, I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, at some point, we gotta cross the bridge.
Kyle, you wanted to say something?
Well, I was just gonna say, I was gonna make the motion to, I guess, I don't know what I need to make the motion for, but to read this for the first reading, and get this ball kicked off.
Yep, give it 60 days for, and we will actively advertise, hey, at the next workshop or the next meeting, whatever we decide, we're going to be discussing this issue. If you are passionate about it, if you have an opinion, come and let it be known.
Guys, this is my point. I'm not even expressing my own views on this at this point. I'm just saying, let's walk through the process, let the public have input.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's walk through it. Let's not just sit. We've sat for too long.
Okay.
get-
Kyle, you made a motion
Correct.
would you please restate?
To, do the first reading, tonight for this motion, and I guess by title only.
Second.
All right.
Thank you.
With that motion, you want to read the? Oh, okay. Well, will you call roll for that vote, please?
Mark Higman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
Yes.
Kyle Mark,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
No,
Okay, would you restate the motion?
Okay, we have a motion to place ordinance 2025-10 on its first reading by title only.
Ordinance amending Title 14 of Mayflower Municipal Code zoning to define restaurant and private club with alcohol sales and authorizing such establishment as conditional uses in the commercial district.
Okay. Barbara, will you call the roll to?
Okay, we've already.
Okay,
Barbara will put on the next agenda. Second.
second reading. So we'll finish with this for us tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the ordinance 2025-11, storage containers.
I'll make a motion, table, ordinance 2025-11. Some of the things that are in this written ordinance on Saturday, talked about in the workshop, I think there's just some confusion in the language and the intent, that was expressed. If we can discuss it for just a minute. I voted to table, but
So we could discuss it at the next workshop.
we can, but the one point, I thought we as a council came to the consensus that there would be no residential permission of these storage containers. And that commercially, they would be behind a building, but part 6 of the residential zoning districts,
It states that it's not to be under the
it states that they would be in the residential zones, and I thought we said none in residential zones.
I mean.
No, and that's why I said, I made a motion to table this ordinance and revisit it.
I thought we did talk about that, and it would have to be behind, at the back of the residence or
both
whatever.
residential and commercial.
Well, yeah, but I thought specifically residential, I thought we had talked about that.
Listen, I've slept since then, but I thought we
Yeah.
landed on no residential in the back on commercial. I thought we were landing.
Chris, do you remember?
My understanding was we were grandfathered what was here, but we were disallowing future residential use.
yes,
Oh, okay.
that's what I understood too.
And I know we were pressed for time, we went through it pretty quick, so I don't think we had some true clarity on this, obviously. So I would suggest we add it to the next workshop.
So the motion is to table for now. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. Or will you, do we need a vote on that? This next
Discussion. I apologize.
No,
If this is, the way this reads is one is permitted in the backyards with a permit in residential. And some commercial also in the backyard, but no more than three. They could have three. So that's just the draft that you have there. It's easy to change.
Right. Okay, so do we need to vote
A
on?
vote on the text.
Yes, okay. Or would you please start, read?
Mark Hickman,
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey,
yes.
Excuse me, wait, a minute. What are we voting on? I missed.
to table,
Table, thank you.
table ordinance 2025-11. Kyle Mark,
Yes.
James Snyder,
Yes.
Larry Hill.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm moving to our last ordinance, ordinance 2025-12, animal control.
Move that we, oh, you want to read it first, too?
I was just gonna introduce it. This is